Before I make this tier list, I want to know you to know this is on ranking and it's mostly about PC or online play. It has nothing to do with casual play. It has nothing to do with anything else. So if you get offended, it's your own fault. Start with S rank, IO, still S rank. All you have to do is leave your pet on the point, take the point. While your pet is taking the point, all you gotta do is heal other players, and you basically win. That's why IO is insane. Like her pet can just stay on the payload also the whole entire time, while tanks are just blasting everyone. Droxus is A. He just has insane mobility, insane damage, can fly, can go anywhere. Has a shield. Ash is like C. Barrack is still around A. His turrets heal him, like do insane healing. His jet boots can heal and shield if he wants. Just all around one of the best tanks. Atlas is around C. Doesn't really have the damage and like mobility to be like upper rank. Doesn't have enough health. His abilities, all they do is like just like setback and stuff like that. It's like his abilities just don't do any damage. His ultimate is pretty useless unless like you would have like you would freeze Vivian or freeze someone from using their ult, like Makoa maybe, or Tyra when she's using her ult. But other than that, like his ult is pretty useless. Bomb King is A. Thing about Bomb King is it takes incredible amount of skill to use him, but once you know like how to use him, he completely destroys everything. Like his bomb, his grumpy bomb just like stuns and you get free kills. His chain reaction ability does insane damage. The thing about Bomb King is like you have to have a lot of skill to use him. Buck is around C. Just doesn't have the range. Just doesn't have mobility as other flankers. Cassie is around B. I would say B plus. There's no B plus ranking. She's just really good and has always been good. Her damage is good. She can just damage from anywhere, almost like a sniper. Dredge is C. Just he has like the problem with Dredge is like he's not consistent on his damage, and you want to have consistent damage. And another reason to not to use Dredge in like ranked is because Bomb King just like is better at everything. Corvus is okay. Like his ult, they fixed his ult so like when you get hit by it, like it slows you down. But other than that, if you have mobility, like you can still jump out of it. With IO, Bomb King, you can poppy bomb out of it. Barrack can use jet boots. Droxus can dash out of it. The problem with using Corvus is he's just a bad version of Genos, and he's a bad version of Furia. So it's kind of like, why even bother using him? Dragos is still good as long as they don't have a lot of hit scan on their team. Like if they have Victor and Vivian on their team, they're just gonna shoot you out of the sky the whole game. Or snipers like Strix can just blast you out of the sky. Eevee's another A champion. The thing about Eevee and Bomb King is these champions take a lot of skill to use, so it'll take you hours and hours to master these champions. But like I said, once you know how to use them, they're completely can be destroyed. I'd still put Tyra at B. Still haven't seen many people use the Salamander Hide plus Burn Monster combo. It's really good against flankers who want to jump on you, like a lot of flankers do. They just mindlessly want to jump on Tyra because they think she has no ability. But when you throw your firebomb down that has Burn Monster, they can't use any abilities at all. You're standing in the fire taking no damage with Salamander Hide, and they're just melting away. Fernando's kind of still useless. Like I said, you have damage in front of you and you have flankers behind you. You're just being shot at all sides and you just get destroyed. His shield can be destroyed by Wrecker. Um, there's really no reason to use him because Khan exists. Fury is one of the best healers in the game. I mean, she completely outshines Corvus in like almost everything. She has stun, she has insane damage, she has insane healing. Uh, I've seen Grok like win tournaments before, but it's very rare. Healer Grok is somewhat decent. You get 3 totems, you can become like invulnerable and just completely heal yourself up. He has one of the best ults in the game. That's why he's kind of underrated. Grover can just heal people all game as long as they get regenerate. And you want to get the crippling axe to completely stun champions, especially flankers. Like flankers have a ton of mobility. When you hit them with the crippling axe, they can't do anything. Inari is still, she's okay. She's just not as good as other damage champions. Inara is like still one of the best tanks in the game. She just has insane health and survivability. Like she can survive forever. As long as she gets like regenerate and walk speed, she can live forever. Genos is another best healer in the game. She has good mobility, can heal through walls. Another reason to use him over what's the name, Corvus. Another best tank in the game right now is Khan. Like Khan is like there's no reason to use Fernando. Just pick Khan. Khan has range. He has a dash that can stun people and just kill him. He can heal. He can burst heal other teammates also. Kineska is okay. She's not as good as Strix, so you have to be extremely good to use her, and you have to worry about like Strix. Strix can turn invisible and just blast you from a mile away. Koga is alright. I heard on console he's pretty much a pain to use, so but you can just ban him. On PC he's not really much of a problem. Same with Lex. Lex is just not a problem on PC. He's just like he's pretty much always on the ground, so you know where he's gonna be. Unlike other flankers like Eevee and Androxus, they can be anywhere. They can be situationed anywhere on the map at any time because they can fly also and teleport. I haven't seen too much of her lately, but she's still really good. Maeve is whatever on PC. On console, she's a little better. People have problems aiming on console, but on PC she's not a problem. Mostly too because she floats in the air and that just like leaves her open to hit scan heroes like Victor and Droxus, Vivian. Anyone with hit scan and range can just shoot her out of the air, especially with Cauterize. You just negate her healing. Koa is alright. Problem with Makoa is he takes a lot of skill to use. You can't miss your hook shots. His cannon like fires kind of like at a curved angle, so you have to get used to that. You can still kill him when he's using his ultimate, so it's really hard to use him, but he's still a good tank. You want to use half shell and like walk speed with him because when you use ult, you want to walk faster. Aldoma is another champion that's extremely good as a healer, but like I said, he takes a lot of skill to use. On PC, he's really good because people just have better aiming. That's why you won't see him on console that often. Moji's whatever. She can just completely melt people by just throwing a shield up, and then they get marked, and she just blasts you for 1,000 damage. But other than that, like people will just not shoot at you when you have your shield up. And she just doesn't have the range. She doesn't have mobility. The problem with Moji is her biggest problem right now is her mobility. Like if she could run with her run ability and throw a shield up at the same time, she might be a little bit better. Pip is whatever. He's like the worst healer in the game. It's better just to use a flanker instead of Pip. Like his ult is good, but other than that, whatever. Rom, I used to think he was okay, but the problem with Rom is he has no shield, which leaves him open to cauterize, because when you're self-healing, the cauterize just completely ruins all your self-healing, so you get no healing done. Another problem too with Rom is he can't do anything to stun abilities. Like Barrack, Inara, Khan, they all have shields. They can just throw up a shield and just not get hit by any stun abilities like Bomb King. Even like Eevee, she can like cause problems with Rom with her ult. Barrack and the other tanks can just put up their shield and kind of block her damage. Maldumba also can just stun him and you're dead. Khan, you're pretty much going to lose because he has the charge attack that stuns. So he just gets stunned to death. Like he can't do anything about it because he has no shield. But other than that, he's better than Ruckus. Ruckus is still kind of... There's no reason to use Ruckus at all. His damage is just really bad. Cirrus is around here somewhere. I don't know. Cirrus is alright. Problem with Cirrus is, like I said, there's no reason to use her when you can master Furia, Genos, or Io, especially Io. Like all these healers are just better than Cirrus right now. Her healing, like I said, when she's healing, she's completely out in the open, so she's just getting shot at, and you're watching your other teammates just get shot at also and just die. Like, her healing needs to be fixed. That's her biggest problem. Strix is another, like, really good champion to use. He takes a lot of skill to use. You have to have a lot of patience to use him. But I have gone on to like 20 to 30 kill streaks with him. Just because you have to be patient. You can't rush things with Strix. You have to be really patient, and it's best to just shoot people when other people are not paying attention. Xiaolin's another champion, takes a lot of skill to use, but it's just better to use Strix. That's another problem with Xiaolin. Just Sky is a problem on console. Just people don't know how to deal with her on PC. She's not a problem. People just get Illuminate and they talk over the mics and like, oh, she's behind me, and they just blast her and she's dead. And that's the end of that. Talus is alright. He's like annoying, but once people like, once you get some flankers like find his teleport location, just wait by it. Wait for him to go back to his location and kill him. Terminus is probably the best tank in the game, besides Inara. Like, it takes forever to kill him. His leaping attack just stuns everyone. He has an indestructible shield, so even if like Genos or Maldumba stun him, he's just gonna pop his shield back up and then he's ready to go again. Tiberius is whatever, he's just okay. The problem with Tiberius is like you have to use his ability to like throw infinite hula hoops, and his ult is fucking terrible. Like his ult is just garbage. And I'll tell you the reason why. Io can shoot him, and her wolf will just come at him and stun him, then he's dead. Bomb King will throw a bomb, stun him, he's dead. Inara can use her ult, he's dead. Let's see who else gets out of his ult. Eevee can just use her ult to counter it, or she can just teleport, turn into an ice cube, and counter it. Genos uses Void Grip on Tiberius when he ults, and he's dead. If you have a good Maldumba, he can throw his snake at Tiberius when he ults, and he's dead. Khan can just stun him, and he's dead. Strix will just turn invisible. Furia can throw her a Pillar of Light, he's dead. Grover has Crippling Axe, so if you hit Crippling Axe while Tiberius ults, he's dead. Even Xiaolin has a stun arrow, so you can stun him when he ults and he's dead. Tyra completely destroys Tiberius if he ults, because she has Burn Monster and you can't move. You have no mobility in the fire, so you're dead. Like a lot of these champions could just stun Tiberius when he ults and he's completely useless. Torvald's really good as a tank, mostly as a second tank. You want to have a main tank like Inara or Khan or Barrack, and you want to sit in the back with Torvald while they're trying to take the point, and you just shield everyone. So that's what you want to do with Torvald, and he can shield and heal at the same time. Victor's another champion that takes 0 skill to use. You just aim and shoot, and when you're low on health, you just run to gain your health back and just point and shoot again, and everyone dies. Vivian's another really good champion to use. She's probably like A minus. Problem with Vivian is she gets stunned by anything, she's dead. Like the only thing she can do is put up a shield, but other than that, she's still gonna die because Bomb King can throw a bomb behind her and stun her, and if she blocks the bomb behind her, Bomb King will just throw bombs in front of her and she dies. And Nara can use her ult, she's dead. A lot of these other champions too, like Eevee can teleport on her, use the ult, and stun her in the snowstorm, and she can't do anything. Genos can use Void Grip, and she's pretty much like sitting in the air, getting blasted by everyone. Other than that, yeah, you just want to stun her since she has no mobility. Her only mobility is to get faster walk speed, but if you stun her, she's completely dead. It's not like Tyra, where Tyra can throw fire on the ground even if you stun her and you're still melting by the fire. Willow is kind of whatever. Her ceiling takes forever. It's really easy to dodge at higher ranks, because at higher ranks everyone knows to use your ability to get away with it. You want to use like Droxus Fly Away, Barrack use your Jet Boots, Bomb King, Poppy Bomb. Anara can throw up a wall, Victor can run away, Terminus can use his leap attack, Eevee can fly away. Like everyone can just get away from her ceiling, so it's not really that much of an issue. Another best healer in the game is Ying. You just have to know where to put her clones, and when someone's shooting you, just teleport to that location, you just get away. So then it's okay. He's kind of like another flanker that's always on the ground, so you know he's always going to be on the ground. Unlike Droxus and Eevee, they're always going to be flying around, teleporting everywhere. So as long as you follow him on the ground, he's pretty much dead. But he's still a good flanker. His ultimate is pretty fucking terrible because you're just sitting in the air doing a combo, getting destroyed by everyone else. So that's like the ranking right now for Paladins. So yeah, the new champions they're whatever. They're just like, they have nothing to like get away from stun or like stun attacks, so they pretty much get destroyed. Like Tiberius' damage is really good. It just, the problem is his ult is really fucking terrible. So if you're gonna use his ult, make sure like Anara uses her ult, then maybe you could use your ult, but then then on the other hand, you have to make sure like Genos and Maldumba, Khan, like all these other heroes won't stun you when you're using your ult, otherwise you're pretty much done.